Everybody, thanks for checking out the Chris Gethard Show podcast. That's really cool that you're checking this out.
We're about to do, I think, the dumbest show we've done in years.
His life would be trashed!
And you better believe I'm trashed.
We are scrappy trash people.
What's the point of this show? I just turned it on.
We've always been with this show.
We've always been trash people. We will always be trash people.
It's true.
This doesn't feel real.
There's no easy way for me to say this. Our talent show? Our talent show? It's in trouble. Now I want to show you something right here. Look at this. Now you see that? You see that? That is how much talent we need. And this is what we got. Alright. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Believe me, I know. Some of you are thinking, oh, I don't have any talent. Oh, no, not me. I'm too stupid. Huh? Huh? Sound familiar? Huh? Well, it's not true. No. Everybody's got talent. It's just a matter of knowing where to look. Huh? You know? Gotta know where to look. Well, don't get yourself feeling down on yourself. Just take a little time. A little practice. A little bit of practice. Yeah. All right. Make sure you dot all your T's and your H's as well. All right. Now, I think if you do that, you'll find that you made some new friends. We need judges. We need contestants. We got prizes. What else do we need, really? It'll be fun. Saturday. Here's the date. The date's gonna go right here.
Hello, everyone.
Live from my grandmother's basement, we are the Trash People. I'm Emily Pineapple.
And I'm Forrest, keeper of the cannon.
And today, we are speaking to, yes, the individual that you just saw.
The very same.
About his talent show and some of the incredible weird-ass art that he has been creating and has created. Get fucking hyped, motherfuckers! Should I say that? Can I call you all that? It's with love.
The channel does, Twitch doesn't care.
Twitch doesn't care.
If you care.
I suppose
it's
I
meant
just
well.
want you to know
it's meant well.
It's...
Oh, DP
Okay,
Snacks.
sweet.
We can cuss at
Sweet. We
DP
can cuss
Snacks
at DP
specifically.
Snacks.
So that's good to know.
Get ready, motherfuckers! For Isiah.
Hello.
Hey. That was my first hype man.
Fuck yes! And you got the pineapple special, which is swearing at people and then apologizing for it.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to chat with you. I think that I want to start with just getting to know you. Isiah, you are an incredible artist, and no one would know this unless they saw your YouTube, unless they saw all of the cool things you're creating. So tell me, Isiah, how would you describe the art that you create? What words would you use to describe yourself as a creative artist?
I would use a lot of nouns. You would think I would go for adjectives, but I would use a lot of nouns.
Nice.
I'm very prop based. I like
Yes.
props. I like spaces.
Yes.
You know, it's just some good art.
It's some good
It
fucking
feels
art.
weird saying that, honestly. I don't really
Yeah?
think of myself as an artist. Like, I don't know, I just have hobbies. I'm a hobbyist. I have a lot of
Ooh.
hobbies. Yeah.
A hobbyist. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that it celebrates the love that like one has for their art. Let's bring up a video. I wanna share the video of the first song on the drums, and we can have that playing while I ask you a little bit about your props and your spaces, because I think that this particular one shows off a little bit more of the collaging that I feel like you create with your art.
Like to know a little bit more about our drummer, who we affectionately
Because you're really just bringing in your influences into your art, which I love so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like people that do that, and then I guess I emulate them doing that and do it myself.
What kind of people inspire you?
I like. And what kind of people inspire me?
Yeah.
I like Sushi Dragon. If we're gonna talk about Twitch, Sushi Dragon, I love that guy. I just like.
I've never heard of them. What do they do?
He does live streaming, but like super heavy editing, like live editing. He's just, I don't know. Yeah, you guys should check him out. He does some shit. I don't know how he does it, but he's doing some good stuff. But I just like people that have passion, because like it's contagious. That's like one of the things that he says, and it's really true. Just emotions in general are just contagious. And
Yeah.
I just like people that make me feel, not feel good, but like, you know, like validated, like not a total waste or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that, is it Griffin Newman who said, and he's probably quoting someone else, that movies are empathy machines?
Well, it's a Roger Ebert quote.
It's a Roger Ebert
Yeah.
quote that I assigned to Griffin Newman. I'm just gonna assign it to Griffin Newman.
He's
in my
definitely.
head.
I'm sure he's quoted it at some point.
Oh, no,
but-
I mean, that's how I know it.
Yeah.
Because he said it. They're empathy machines. And I love, I feel like you really use your art as an empathy machine, especially, can everyone hear the
Yeah.
music right now?
Yeah.
Listen to that vocal quality.
It's so good.
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
heartfelt.
Right?
I'm getting better at actually recording it. Like everything I make, like by the time I'm done with it, I'm like, if I knew what I knew technically starting it, it would be of a higher quality, but I just gotta let that go, because each one gets better, so I don't focus on that. But when I listen to this, I'm like, I hear it. It's like, yo, come on, man, you're over processing it.
I so identify with that. Like, I think it's a byproduct of one of the things I also really like about your art is how exploratory and adventurous it is. And
It's all experimental. You're
Yeah.
always doing something new with these videos and with songs. And I think that this video shows off, like most of your videos, how much you use your space.
Yeah, I love my room.
Tell me about your room. Tell me about how you use that space, how you conceptualize using it. Art is a series of skills progressing. Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
Lindsay. That is something that I love seeing in artists and in stuff. But tell me about your room.
Well, it is beautiful, as you can see.
It is gorgeous.
I just like have things that I like. There's stuff off camera that you can't see. That I have a lot of gifts from people and art that my friends have made. I keep my room kind of staged, not only because like I use it for videos, but like this is it's like a sacred space almost.
Ooh.
That's why if I let things get too messy, like my head just goes to shit. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the color. It's like
It's
I couldn't get
beautiful.
Tiffany blue, but I got this is mermaid tears.
Ooh.
I'm a fan of blue things. I have my collection of blue things here, my little blue trinkets. I don't have to show you everything in my room.
No, but I fucking love that. Your
Yeah.
room is an expression of your art, and I absolutely feel. I mean,
I know. I love your spaces too, and your alternate spaces that you set up. You guys teaching to the crowd.
yeah, exactly. Using the space, and especially the space since quarantine started, we are all so packed into our spaces, and so, I mean, I've always been kind of a homebody because, like, in San Francisco, you aren't allowed to go outside as a child. Well, I wasn't allowed to go outside as a child.
Yeah, I got to go outside.
Other children were. My mom was like, "You need to stay where it's safe, and I know where you are," which, you know, whatever. I get it. And so designing my space was such an important part of living. Here's my question for you. Let's put up another video. I want to put up Eep Op Orc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that
which
was
is so much fun, and it was posted a number of months ago.
It was posted in June of 2020.
Most of your videos from your YouTube are from 2020, and I'm curious if quarantine, what was the impetus for this? What started your journey?
Okay, so did I mention? Yeah, so the year before quarantine, I was doing stand up. I was doing open micing a lot. But like my heart, no, I fucking love stand up. I'm not, but
Do
I
you
wanted
have
to
a
do
favorite
music.
joke that you
Yeah, I
wrote?
do. One of my, let me give you. I don't want to think too hard, but I was looking at my book and I know one off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It's obviously a silly joke. So, what do you call a pirate with pink eye?
What?
Seasick. Dude, I used to fucking laugh myself to death on stage doing that joke to
I
nobody.
love that. I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to start doing music, and then I was like, I finally started playing the piano. I got some songs together. I was like really gung ho, and then quarantine hit. No
Had
open
you
mics.
been trained in music beforehand, or did
No.
you start learning?
I just start learning. I should be more structured with it, because like I've been playing music for a long time. I could like be a lot more technically proficient than I am right now. But that's cool. That's cool because I make music that I don't hear anything like I make, good or bad. Like it's its own thing. So I'm happy.
Yeah. That's one of the things I definitely really love about your videos is there's such a cool, unique character to them, and then when your music and your visual stuff collide,
both
it's just so cool. And
experimental.
each is yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like I love this.
this.
I love your solo. I love the way you I love how you put your face into it and match it up with the song. It's so good.
It's so great.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of fun making these, so I'm like, I think that comes across like just fun and just liking what you do, and like it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. What were you about to say? I'm sorry.
No, but I'm curious what your impetus for getting started on these videos.
Oh
were.
yeah, okay. So I couldn't do music open mics, so I'm just sitting like I have these songs. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So like, you know what? I'll start a YouTube, and I just started with just played a couple piano songs. That turned into, you know, I've been working on this cartoon. Let me finish working on it. Then I put up a cartoon, and then I was like, you know, I have this
can you
old
bring that
audio
one up?
file. Let me match it to something. And I don't know. My YouTube's just like sort of a catch-all it's not very organized. I love the name because it's like very
Yes.
it is. Dude, I did so good on the
Indecision
name.
Television to anyone who doesn't know. But yeah, Indecision Television, fucking amazing. Did that just come to you?
I was on my bed. I was thinking like what I want to get across with the name. I want it to be memorable, and I was just coming up with ideas. And then I think I slept on it, and then I got Indecision Television. I Googled it. That's a good. I love. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I
This
guess
is
it
the
just came to
first
me.
thing I saw of yours, and
Yeah.
this was months ago. Like barely anything else was on your YouTube, and I
Well,
was like,
This is the first one. Yeah.
Yo, you gotta come out the gate running.
"What did you make this in?"
That is all Flash or like, yeah, I did it all in Flash.
It's so much fun. What had you been working on before that? What's sort of your origin as an artist? Tell me your origin story.
My origin story? Probably just music, like church music with my grandma. Just hearing that, and like it was just really fast and aggressive, and we would sit up, and it was just loud. It was just bang, 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 and I loved it. And I know, so I got really into punk when I like turned older, because it was like that same like just live like bang, 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 grind, grind, grind. What was the question? I feel
Tell
like
me
there was
your
something else.
origin story as an
Okay.
artist, because I mean the thing is that like we have profiled a lot of artists since CGP started, and gone way back in the YouTubes and stuff, and you watch people develop, which is so much fun. And watching your videos from literally like 10 months ago to now, the explosion of like talent, etc., that you're putting out, I'm like, this dude didn't just start 10 months ago. This was brewing.
Okay, it
Tell
was
me about it.
brewing. That's very great word choice. Very great word choice. I guess the real heart of it is I had like all this like pent up like energy, and I was just like really down on myself and just really like
Yeah.
just attacking myself. But I would take it out. I would just drink myself silly,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
once you stop doing that, you got to do something. So, and I pretty much had nothing left. So I like wiped everything out. So
Yeah.
I know how to make music a little bit. I know how to have fun, have a few laughs. I like making people happy, and I've just been kind of following that general direction.
Yeah.
What got you into editing and video making? Because you
Just
use
a
a
similarity.
lot of cool editing tricks. Let's show the radio one, because that I felt like was so cool. Is that the one where there's 3 of you in the room? Am I correct?
That is correct. How I
Which
started
is
with the
so
editing
cool.
is just from like using music software, Ableton, and like a video editor. They're the same. It's just a timeline, but you're stacking images instead of stacking sounds. And
Yeah.
like if I had to just drop myself with no knowledge and try to like do what I'm doing now, like it wouldn't work out. It's just been like just step by step. Like each thing, like what I started doing isn't what it looks like now. I like it. I don't know. Can't even.
What do you feel like is the most because as you've been growing like through this learning, is there anything that you can identify as a general direction that you have found that you love? Because you started off with the flash animation. Now in later times it's a lot of editing tricks with live action, and integrating music, original music that integrates songs you've heard. Something I love about this song is that it's about songs from around 2000 something, which I think is a lyric in this, that make you feel a little better, which was amazing because I was listening to this, hearing songs that made me feel a little better.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
I loved it. I felt like this one especially just kind of caught my ear, and the way that you collage elements from culture and pop culture to tell a new story of how they went through your head, I feel like that is a really special location that you've sort of been moving with your art. Do you agree with me? Do you see something different? Is there a different sort of central thesis you're running towards?
I agree. Is there like a differing like central thing I'm running towards?
Or an additional?
I mean, there's nothing like set, and it's like really just like a general direction I'm heading, and I feel like it's probably just based off of me trying to do my best to be myself. So it's like it's a self-leveling compass. So like I don't even, I'm just going, you know?
Yeah.
That's hella beautiful. I think that that's such a lovely way to approach art. Are there other ways that you've approached art in the past, or has this exploration just been like, you know? Because I know some people start getting in and they're like, oh, I want to make something I can sell, or maybe I'll work with other people, or maybe I'll, you know, just be a stand-up, and then find other avenues that are more, you know, feed their heart more.
I've always been handy of like crafts and art. I don't have anything that I've made like before a certain point, like just for just self-anger, self-loathing. I've broken everything I've ever made.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel that
I
hard.
get that.
I feel that hella hard. Show me the puppet.
Wait, the puppet. Okay, so here's my guy.
Also, we have the same chair. Isn't that
Oh yeah,
fucking
we have
hilarious?
the exact same chair.
It's a good chair.
It's a good chair.
Bring up the puppet video.
Hold on. You guys entertain yourselves for a second.
So, this puppet video fucking blew my mind. It's super short, and it's just absolutely excellent. And I think that that's part of what I'm so drawn to your art, is that you never know what's coming. Like, you never really know what you're gonna see, because you're exploring so many different avenues for self-expression. And I also think that wrapped up in this, like, this joy, the energy that comes out of your editing, as Jess said, is so great. I think that the one with the puppet is a different one. It's called Showing My True Form, Revealing My True Form.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This is a puppet one too as well.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The puppet!
Yeah,
Did you make this puppet?
I made him. I don't know how to pilot him very well, but yeah.
Tell me how you made him. Tell me what inspired you to make him.
All right. So what was I thinking when I made this guy? I'm trying to do. All right. I started. It was the drums video, because I love the Muppets, and I was like splicing some Muppet clips, and I probably just had the Muppets on my mind, and I was like, you know what? I can make a puppet. I love it. A little guy. My friend gave me this watch.
Oh,
but she accidentally bought like a very small child size, so it didn't fit. So I kept it for like a year, and then hey, it's the perfect spot. You find everything kind of works out.
Oh,
I haven't done his eyes.
He has the glasses. How did you make him? What did you use to learn how to make him?
More technically, just a playlist on YouTube. Like, I've looked, like I followed his process, and I just like did my own thing. I started with a picture of my head. Like I made a sketch. I got the general shape. I made a clay mold of that shape. I put tracing. I've got like stencils and stuff, but it's just like a bunch of like weird shapes.
That's fair.
You like put the skin on it, and then you cut it and lay it in 2 dimensions, and then you trace that over fabric, and then you cut the fabric, and then you lay it over the foam. I skipped the step with the foam, but there's a lot of steps if you go on YouTube. And dude, I love YouTube. I love YouTube and I love Twitch. I love
Absolutely.
you guys. I love the internet.
I mean, there is so much, and I've absolutely, basically do the same thing with a lot less following directions, so they don't look as incredible as that. But do you have any plans for your puppet? How does it feel, like, navigating the puppet? Because in the previous ones, like, you're crafty, but a lot of it is music. A lot of it is taking elements to add to the music. How does it feel integrating this other part of your artistic expression, this physical maker feeling?
It feels good. I'm not sure. I don't understand the question quite.
That's totally fair, because I am just sort of really excited.
Wait, no, me too. I got distracted. Like, sometimes I'll think when I should be not thinking.
Oh, I get that. I
Yes.
100% get that.
Absolutely.
That is, yeah.
I think a better version of my question is, what do you feel like you are expressing when you use those elements in your art?
Expressing. I am expressing not a loneliness, but like I'm just trying to connect with people. There's like a longing for connection. Like I want to fit in.
Yeah.
I'm tired of thinking everybody doesn't like me. I know it's not true, but I need more proof. Yeah.
So you sort of make
I
things
get
to
that.
put out there and
Yeah.
like receive affection.
Yeah, I mean, like on a very shallow level, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's a
Yo.
partial answer. I wouldn't put that at the forefront of my motivation.
What do you think's at the forefront of your motivation?
Mental health, I guess.
Yeah.
Feel better when
Yeah,
you got to get it out. You got to get it out.
exactly.
That's definitely a huge part of why I make stuff as well, is when I don't, you get that pent up energy of like, why am I not making things? I should be making things.
Things start brewing.
Yeah.
They brew, and for me, they brew, and then I just start trying to destroy things in my life. Like I'm just fighting to get to rock bottom.
How do you feel like creating art helps with that? Do you feel like it's sort of like a handhold that you're creating for yourself, like in the self-created pit?
Like that's how it felt at first. It felt like a lot of desperate grasping, but then like the more like I just get into the space, it's like it's just more. I mean, this is what I do, you know. I try to be a good person, and this is part of it, you know. Yeah.
That's so interesting. You feel like when you're creating things, you're putting out into the world kindness and goodness.
That is the hope. Sometimes I get like, again, just like nagging thoughts. Like I'm just like taking all my demons out and putting them into other people's heads. And like sometimes overly critical about what I put out. Try, like, I don't know. Like I have a feeling sometimes like, is there like something that I'm not aware of that I'm putting out there that maybe, but yeah, I worry too much.
But I absolutely get that. And I think I do that as well with some of my work. It's just like, oh no, wait, but was there like some message I wasn't aware of in it that was actually bad, even though I'm trying just to like do fun things that could like make people feel better?
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of that.
Tell me about how you collage elements from pop culture into your art.
Well, when it happens in songs, it's a lot of the basis of how I write songs nowadays, which is I just keep playing something on repeat until like I come up with like something catchy, and something catchy is a lot of times just a derivative of something else catchy. So I end up piecing together. Yeah, you see what happens.
I love that though. I feel like it is a deconstruction of the artistic process. Because, like, whenever I'm making a thing, I'm like, okay, well, this is absolutely coming from something else. You know? Very few things that I think anyone creates. Yeah! The Jetson and the Muppet. That's the thing. Is like, it catches your eye, but then you're transforming it. To say something different or say something the same. Like, everything that we create has been created in some form. And so just sort of putting it out there, I find it really interesting. I find it really, like, it speaks to me. Is that part of it for you? Like the choice of like really exposing your influences versus hiding them.
I mean, I guess, yeah, when you say that, like, I emotionally, I do latch on to the concept of that. Because there's a lot of not hiding anymore going on. And one of the things that I've been prone to hide is like this immature feeling I have sometimes because of how I live my life. And I don't know, dude. I just like silly stuff. I like cartoons. I always have.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
have.
Cartoons are what's up, straight up. There's been cartoons going in this house 24/7 for the past like 5 weeks.
More than that, because
Yeah.
I mean, except for the Planet Scum stuff, like we've been playing Simpsons and BoJack for
Just to have nice background,
for a long
like,
time.
Soothing background, bright animation happening.
We also
Jess has a question.
Yeah, Jess has a
which is
question in the
incredible.
chat.
Do you work within a structure of rules, or do you prefer to create organically, more freeform?
All right,
Both.
okay.
That's fantastic.
That is a fantastic question. So here's the real deal of what happens. I try to write something, and I try to have an idea, and my execution, it does not. That doesn't work for me. Like I've given up. I would love to be able to write a funk song. I would love to. Like right now. But it's just gonna sound like everything else.
When you sit down to create, what is it like? When you sit down and you're like, I'm making something, is it more like, all right, what materials do I have in front of me, and just sort of playing until a thing is made? Or is it...
That's the big thing. Workflow, I've learned, is like the best thing. That's another thing I love about my room. I have everything set up, and it feels good to be in a place where I don't have to worry about moving anymore. Like I'm good. And everything's set up. So at any given moment, if I want to sit down, I can do something. All the wires are managed. They're at least tucked away. It's like a little studio. Like I'm in the smallest room.
Wire management is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in the smallest room?
Yeah, I'm in the smallest room. But like I have this whole place like to myself basically. But I like this room because it's nice and square.
Yeah.
And it's like acoustically isolated. Like inside the house, back there is an addition. So like each wall, like is another wall. So like I can be super loud at late at night.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I'm not a bad neighbor anymore. I feel bad. I used to be over there, and I was just like a drunk asshole, just playing music all. It's no wonder she doesn't like me.
Yeah, my mom can hear everything through a vent right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything that happens in this room goes up through that vent.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's a good room though. It used to be other neighbors living up there, and they were the nicest people, and didn't say anything about how loud we were being. My mom's just like, how do people live here? Y'all are screaming. Like, we're making art, Mom.
I'm pretending to be an evil fish.
This is the first time I've gotten to like speak with you before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also, just since this is, I also want to just thank you again for the anthem that you sent us.
Oh no, dude, I love you guys so much. Like, you want to talk inspiration? You guys are on my list.
Oh,
like,
you're on ours. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so touched. So what Isaiah's talking about is we do another show on Fridays called Radio Free Multiverse.
And it's fucking wild.
In which we just are weird for an hour plus. And it is the conceit is that we are an evil television media network run by fifth dimensional fish creatures who hate humanity. And Isiah wrote us an incredible fucking anthem with the Age of Aquarius song, which is literally where we got the fucking name.
Yeah, because we had a Fifth Dimension album on the wall.
There was a Fifth Dimension. We were like working out of this like random radio station, and there was a Fifth Dimension thing on the wall, and I was staring at it, and I was like going through the Age of Aquarius song, And I'm like, yeah, let's be fish.
I don't think
Also, I'm afraid of fish.
I don't have it as a separate file on this computer, I don't think. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find it.
But yeah, Isiah made us this fantastic anthem because he's incredible. And it's like this incredible, like, funerary dirge version of the Age of Aquarius, which is so perfect. Tell me about collaborating with other artists.
I don't do it very often.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am not very good at jamming with people. It's not, I don't socialize a lot, historically speaking. Like, I'm a late starter. So a lot of things with working with people, it can get iffy in certain situations, other situations.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very clear-cut goal. It's fucking great. That's how I like to interact with people the best. But if it's like more like, hey, how do you feel if you want to? I don't know.
No, I get that 100%.
Yeah. Creating structure is something that we have learned in collaborating with other people, and we're very new.
Very new, because we also historically have not collaborated
No.
much, and so that's been fun.
Except with each other.
Well, with each other, yeah, but
I suppose that counts.
but
It counts.
yeah,
Yes, you gotta trust your collaborators, and structure is extremely helpful for that. And of course, Jess producing Planet Scum shows, which is literally a bunch of collaborators coming together to create these incredible programs. And integrating a bunch of different people. I think that, like, just watching Planet Scum exist has helped me so much in, like, the ideas of creating things. Tell me more about your inspirations. You have this sushi roll person on Twitch.
Sushi Dragon, if you want to check him out.
Sushi Dragon.
Sushi Dragon. He just does it's a lot of dancing and visual effects. Just a spoiler alert, you're going to get a lot of that. A lot of that
are things I love.
You will like it, Forrest.
yeah. I love visual effects so much.
I mean, he's a Lucas guy.
Well, and that's why that's one of the ways your art is an inspiration for me, is because your use of like compositing and green screen stuff is just so good.
Yeah.
And you integrate it so well with everything else and with the music. It's just so inspiring.
Tell
I like
me
you
about...
guys' like physical visual stuff, like actual things. Like I can make it on a computer, but you guys, it's a different thing to be like to put something together. Like you guys know what you're doing.
I appreciate that so much, and definitely like the exploration between the physical and the digital is something that I see a lot in your art, and that really draws me to your art. And I'm curious, when you are creating scenes like in radio songs, where there's three of you in the room, where you're standing up and we're watching your perspective shift in the computer, in the program.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you're trying to express there?
Okay, in that specific example, it started. I mean, let me grab I usually keep it very close by. I was looking for my book. I have my book. Let me grab it. Hold on.
Ooh.
This has been very helpful in my life.
Ooh.
Like extremely helpful. Like I started it just for writing jokes, but like everything. I keep everything creative in here. It's just the pages are coming out. It's a little worn, but I don't know, because my mind sometimes I lose things like very quickly.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for writing it down.
Yes.
Even if you feel like it's just pointless to write down. There's something to be said.
I too use the single notebook method. Of just everything goes in the notebook.
I see some drawings.
Just me sitting there being like doodle, doodle, doodle.
My notes app is just like
Live, Laugh, Come.
a pile of notes with like often just one sentence that I like typed out on my phone because it was in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna do something with this someday, maybe. Who knows?
No, you don't fucking know. You don't. I'm not sure if we're gonna move on or not, but I know I didn't answer whatever question you asked me.
I was curious what you were trying to express with
yeah.
the particular video, Radio
okay.
Drama, but I'm also fascinated by your process, sort of like how these ideas start and how they develop. Could you walk us through?
Yeah. Okay. I'll
that
walk you
video?
through that one specifically, and then
Yeah.
just like a general thing. That one
Yeah.
specifically, I just wanted to do like just for the technical aspect. Like I had the image of like me doing just the performing for 3 parts, which I guess goes back to like trying to get better. Like I don't know. I can't. Like I've always wanted to have an act, but I can't. It's hard to have an act by yourself unless you're on a fucking computer. Then it's like, ooh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking visually. What you're looking at now, I was just thinking visually. Everything else that happened was just figuring out the editing process and like, oh, I fucked that up. That kind of looks cool. Let me slide this. Let me slide that. Oh, I can slide this over a timeline, and yeah.
I love that
I
style
love
of
that.
creation. And I
Yeah.
think that's where it just mentioned the energy really comes out.
Yeah.
Because there's so much joy and exploration just in the technical editing process.
It is.
I was an editor for a long time, so I'm like, show me the thing. Tell me about your general process.
General process is a lot of accepting yourself. That's like
Big.
you start there, and once you do that, then you can take a little idea and not judge it so hard. Because also, I guess, like over time, like realizing that things don't turn out the way I envision them to anyway. So I just let go of the expectation and just run with an idea. It's like usually just like such a small idea, and I just keep repeating it, and it gains mass, and it gains mass, and it gains mass, and like then it's done, and then you post it, and you feel okay, and then you get obsessed with something else a little later.
I love that. It makes me think of like a planet forming, and then like the planet is formed, and then all these moons get trapped in its gravity, and those are like the people watching and like being inspired. I've been reading a lot of articles about space lately.
Oh, okay.
For fun.
Space is fun.
Space is so fun. Are there particular genres that really inspire you?
PG family movies.
Nice. Tell me about your favorites. Tell me about your most inspiring parts, and tell me why.
Okay, my favorites. I like, if we're gonna go in movies, I like A Knight's Tale. Because like changing your stars, that plot line of you're gonna be shit, and it's like, oh wait, no, I'm not. I love it. I can't
love
get
that.
enough.
I love that.
Like A Knight's Tale. So just silly cartoons. You guys know the cartoons. I watched The Greatest Showman a couple nights ago.
Oh yeah.
I was like before I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna like this. The execution left a lot. It could have been grittier. It was a little too polished over for me. They could have. I think kids could have handled it, but it was still pretty cool. Yeah. What I get really inspired by are like people that like I can see like eye to eye to, like on the same level. Like when you see someone not necessarily doing what you're doing, but doing what you're doing, but like way better, but like within arm's reach, it's like, yo, this is real.
Yeah.
I love that.
Tell me about your connection to the Chris Gethard show.
Okay, so I was on YouTube. I was looking up. This was when I was doing stand-up. I was trying to research comedy because like I used to watch it a lot when I was younger, but then I fell off. I didn't know who was hot, who was not. So I was just trying to find a bunch of comedians. Like, oh, I know that face. I started, oh, you know what? He's nice. What? He has a show? You know, this is cool. I watch it. Yo, I feel happy. I love this. Quarantine hits. I'm looking for open mics online. You guys pop up. And I'm like, hey, Chris Gethard. I like his show. Let me see what this is about. And everyone's so lovely here as I entirely expected. Yeah.
That is incredible.
I love that.
I think at least for me, the Chris Gethard show and CGP, because of the emphasis and transparency of behind the scenes, really felt like that to me. It's like, wow, someone's doing something that I want to do or something similar, but I can see how they do it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, he worked some kind of wizardry to make all of this happen. Like, he's... You know what? I love him. He's very well loved, obviously. I'm more like emotionally connected and inspired by like everybody within the Planet Scum community. But like, he's sitting up there and I'm like, okay, I see you there. I know you're there, but I love you guys.
Yeah.
He's like the permission giver.
Mm-hmm.
I feel all things flow from... Have you seen any episodes of CGP? Chris Gethard Presents.
Yes, I tune in from time to time. I'm a lot more likely to watch you guys on stream, but I tune in. This isn't a negative critique, but the Star Wars one, it was so crazy that everyone knew so much about Star Wars and it's just normal. Like everyone, like it was like I didn't know what was normal anymore. It was so crazy.
That is my favorite description of that show and what it's like. So this boy is a Star Wars boy. He grew up as a Star Wars encyclopedia. And I was a Star Wars girl. I wasn't really that into Star Wars, but I was a girl who liked sci-fi. So they're like, you must know the things. And I'm like, watching the George Lucas talk show is literally like being inside of his head.
Oh my...
It's what's happening.
I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love
it. The whole time. It's so funny because I'm like watching it and then he's like quipping along with them and I'm like, there is so much. How do you know so much? How can you describe George Lucas's childhood and then how it inspired this random movie? Why do you know what Tucker, a Man in His Dream is?
Someone made a joke about it.
Why?
No, but I also think that for part of why Star Wars took root with me is sort of because growing up here
in the Bay
Area, it felt,
which is where
it made it feel possible because Lucasfilm is here. And so just like throughout my childhood, every once in a while, like my uncle worked it like pre-Pixar before Toy Story, before any of that, when it was still Lucasfilm Animation. And so like just hearing those stories, it was like, it felt more doable because it was like, oh, well, I know people who did the thing. Despite now, it was only later when I got older, I think, when I realized that is very funny, Henry.
That is why I just burst out laughing.
I think it was getting older when I realized, oh, actually, Star Wars is not doable for me. But it like felt like it. Yeah, and then all the behind the scenes stuff,
and
like
they would just play them on like the History Channel.
That's
how I saw. That's how I got like my Star Wars knowledge. Is there's a lot of behind the scenes documentaries, and it was on the History Channel. And so you're like watching George Lucas walk around and be like, I like that puppet.
Yeah, the one that's burned into my mind is there was one that was like From Star Wars to Jedi, which was a documentary that was behind the scenes that was just when it was only those original 3 movies. And the cover is just Lucas in the ILM workshop.
Yeah.
With like every prop on tables behind him. And it's just the like, those all are things.
Dude, that's gotta feel so cool to be George Lucas and just walk around his own kingdom of creation.
Right?
I also went to a museum.
Inside of your own head, outside of your own head.
I also went to a museum exhibition that had all the props, and that just like I think set something off in my brain where it was like, I'm seeing Han in carbonite right now. It's real. Someone built that. I want to be the guy who built that.
You know, when I hear you talk about it, like I get the draw, the appeal, like just hearing like your personal relationship to it, like it makes more sense now. Like why it's such a big thing, because it's a big thing, I guess. Like what else is Star Wars? Something that it's like a knockoff of Star Wars.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people feel that way about the narrative. They feel connected to the narrative, they feel connected to the characters, but I think like we are people who are like makers. Gotta head out for the show tonight. We have one more minute
Thank you, Jess.
with Isiah. Thank you so much, Jess. We have one more minute before you should all head to the Discord for the pre-show. Isiah, tell us, how do people sign up for your awesome talent show? What kind of shit are you looking for, and why can every single person sign up and share their art?
Those are three very good questions. I have 33 seconds response. Sign up at show-me-be-talent.com. Show me the talent.
You're coming a little bit in and out.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good.
Yeah. The website's up. It's in the plugs thread. It's show-me the. You just send me an email basically. You send me an email and I try to fit you in. I'm looking for just about anything and everything that makes you feel good. Like just be silly. Like silliness. It's a very low pressure environment. Like it's essentially it's an open mic in disguise. The reason I put the disguise over it is because I want it to be more open than an open mic. You know?
I love that.
So just like come in and just
show your talent, no matter what it is.
Just do whatever. Like,
do you
juggle? We have fun. Do you
Show us
juggle?
some
Like you don't? Do you have a nice personality sometimes? You know.
Share with us your affirmations.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And the link will also be at wearetrashpeople.com
Give us
on
a guided
the post about
meditation.
this episode.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah. In
That would
addition to
be.
contestants, we need judges. We need 3 judges. If Tig is still down, like you'll be in a league of greatness. Please, we need judges. You can like stick around for the whole show and like just say something nice about what you've seen. If you like saying things, if you like giving compliments, sign up to be a judge.
And we
If
know
you like
there's a lot
receiving
of you out
compliments,
there. Henry.
Henry's great at compliments.
Not to just call you out, Henry, but you're amazing
If you're
at
interested,
compliments.
also don't feel pressure.
one way or another, the show's gonna go on. It'll be cool. This has been about a minute. It's gonna be fun. However, basically right now it's however long the program's gonna last.
Yeah.
Like it'll either be a short show or a long show, but it'll be a good time.
Fuck
And it's
yes.
on March 27th.
March
is
27th, which
next
is a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I put it at 8 o'clock my time, East Side. Wait, 11 East. Oh, what do you call it? It's 8 o'clock where you guys are on the West Coast.
Yeah. And 11 Eastern.
If there's like overlap with something else going on, like there's so many things to try to
There's so
fit, but I
many
feel like
things.
I might have a little pocket of time right there.
And I think it'll be a beautiful time. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you so much, Isiah.
Everyone,
thank you guys.
head over to the Discord for the pre-show. But additionally, as important, sign up.
Sign up.
Isaiah's
Sign
talent show.
up.
Show us your talent.
If you
Talent
want,
is wide. If you want, I demand.
and
it.
I'm pretty sure you want to.
I think
I'm
you
pretty
want
sure.
to. It's a
right?
very,
that you do.
it's going to be a very chill, kind space. It's going to be
Yes.
very fun.
This sounds like hella fun. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Isiah. And we're gonna roll that video once again as y'all head out.
Oh, okay, cool.
We love you. Good night and good clon.
Yeah. Good night and good
Clown.
clon.
There's no easy way for me to say this. Our talent show? Our talent show? It's in trouble. Now I want to show you something right here. Look at this. Now you see that? You see that? That is how much talent we need. And this is what we got. All right. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Believe me, I know. Some of you are thinking, oh, I don't have any talent. Oh, no, not me. I'm too stupid. Huh? sound familiar? Huh? Well, it's not true. Mm-mm. No. Everybody's got talent. It's just a matter of knowing where to look. Alright? You know? Just gotta know where to look. Alright? Well, don't get yourself feeling down on yourself. Just take a little time. A little practice. A little bit of practice. Yeah. All right. Make sure you dot all your T's and your H's as well. All right. Now, I think that if you do that, you'll find that you made some new friends. We need judges. We need contestants. We got prizes. What else do we need, really? It'll be fun.